hosted by the infamous and dangerous and much lied about Eric A. Cinotti. This is where public corruption, abuse of power, a waste and misabuse of public dollars, and ultimately using your personal position for gaining power influence over others is met with extreme hostility. Otherwise, everyone else is welcome. Welcome to the Hostile Zone.
Welcome to the Hostile Zone. You're with the infamous in your face, Eric A. Cinotti. Eric Andrew Cinotti. Who is it? Eric Cinotti. With the Hostile Zone. Here with you on 99.9 KKTC True Country. What?
True America.
True Country, True America. Here we are, KKTC, another day. I'm here along with on-air talent and vocalist, Miss Bianca Sea.
Hello, everyone. Bianca Sea, that's me.
That's me. And we got R-Dub back there. What's up, R-Dub?
Oh, just another day, another dollar.
Another day, another dollar. And I see Kenny is not eating anything today. How is Kenny doing back there? Kenny can talk if he wants.
He's kind of a shy boy.
All right, all right.
Oh, how cute.
All right. Kenny, work on a new donut sponsor. And Richard, Dick man back over there, Dick for short, how are you?
Hello, everybody.
How are we doing today?
I'm a little tired, but I'm fine.
Really? Tell me why you're tired.
You
have any shout outs? You want any shout outs, by the way? You want any shout outs to friends or anybody or anything on the radio?
Richard, do you have friends?
Yes.
Ooh,
oh, yeah. Okay, good.
We keep it hostile up in here.
We keep it hostile. All right, so everybody's
Richard and I are friends. We always
Richard, we're all going to be around this weekend. We're going to be in Virginia, maybe, I think. Always DC, baby, always DC. Anyway, so here we are, another day with the Hostile Zone.
The Hostile Zone, yeah.
I apologize for so much hard news yesterday, but I'm going to give you less hard news today because I don't want to have any additional, making people upset and more stuff. Okay, let's see. All right, I'm just going through my notes here to make sure I give you guys the most fresh news there is. So we did a lot of stuff on yesterday's show, right? Miss Bianca has a lot to catch up with for entertainment stuff, some follow-ups and some new.
Yeah.
And R-Dub is got a lot to put out with us at some point, not yet, but with our social media and email. We will be having a phone number, and we may be putting that out by the end of broadcast today for text messaging. Send text messages to us. Also, we started the Facebook Live. Now, when I say Facebook Live, the show is aired on KKTC 99.9. But it's also going to be in all the platforms. I know for a fact today. I got confirmation that regardless of whatever FM station or satellite or whatever that we might be on, they will all be carried on all the platforms. So you will always be able to pick up every episode on iHeart or not iTunes, Spotify, and all your Google Podcast, all your places you like to watch listen to your favorite talk shows and podcasts. I actually know the difference a little bit between a talk show and a podcast.
Yeah, what's the difference?
We're a talk TV radio show because we have a regular schedule.
Yes, we are.
We have a production team, but some of the other bigger podcasts do. But podcasts don't have a time frame. Like we are on now, 9 p.m. right now in KKTC world, Mountain Time. And we do on Mondays, we do double shows with BBS Talk Radio, which they syndicate to like 900 stations in 34 countries. So because we are a TV radio show, we are scheduled just like on KKTC they know that Mountain Time, 9 p.m., the hostile zone is going to be on 99.9 KKTC.
Yeah. And
Right?
I'm glad that we're here today keeping you company on your long
That's it.
ride.
That's it. Your long rides. So that is the difference. So because I say, because podcasts get confused, we are not a podcast. We are a radio TV show, but you know, all the good podcasts end up in these nice libraries. Not everybody's featured on all of them like we are, and some of the big ones, big names. So that's that. With that, what I wanted to do that is just to make sure that I did get confirmation to all of our fans there that all the shows, whether it be on whatever station we're played on, you will be able to get it regardless in any of your favorite online platforms. We also will be providing RSS feed links and additional links, right, RW? There's another type of RH, whatever.
Yes, that is true. We are in the process.
So that will be available. We also, when I was saying social media, the show right now, when you're listening to us, if you're listening at 99.9 KKTC, True Country, True America, if you're there live with us, then right now, then you could switch to any of our social medias. You could go to Eric A. Cinotti, The Hostile Zone, Eric A. Cinotti, The Hostile Zone profile, or the Hostile Zone page, or Bianca Sea, SEA, like the ocean, her social media, Facebook, and it might have transferred over to Instagram as well. Also, yes. We have a Twitch account I did not know about. We have a Rumble account. We have Patreon as well. The show does. But everything will be available in all those locations. But we stream the show also to our social medias, where I was going to go, our YouTube as well, and social media. But what I want to say is we started something new that we're going to, after all our shows, not just your show KKTC, but your 5-night-a-week show at 9 p.m., 5 nights a week, Mountain Time, 9 p.m., you can then go right to any one of our social media sites, or YouTube, and you can watch what you're hearing on your FM dial. So if you're watching this, if you're listening to it on KKTC's website or some other website, you can actually see you can get some behind the scenes, and you can see the actual airing of this, because it's a radio and TV show. So all of our episodes on all platforms are available to be viewed. We are in negotiations with cable providers. I'm not exactly sure what cable providers are in various areas. So I know that we are on some stations. We are available on Roku and Fire Stick, Amazon, Roku, Apple Plus, Roku, Amazon, and then the Fire Stick, and then a couple other things as well. So you could get us there as well. There will be on a couple local stations as well. I'm not sure. And then your cable provider, what they might air us on. I'm not exactly sure based on your local provider. But I will get back once you know more information on that. Okay. So what say you guys? What's going on out there in KKTC land, New Mexico? We've been getting some of your feedback. We're going to be having a phone number shortly, but we have some feedback. Thank you. We're very happy to be part of your family.
Yes,
right?
We are.
We are. We like being here, right, RW?
Absolutely.
I mean, we put a tremendous amount of hours in on these shows. You really have no idea what it takes. But I want to say that no matter where you're hearing or watching us, that we are continuously looking for interns and new people to apply to the network with the show. And the show is growing, and we actually will be having I'll make that announcement a little bit. Remind me to make that announcement at the end, RW, along with that other Facebook stuff.
Yep.
So we are continuously looking for internships, paid and unpaid, all college credit wise, obviously, and approved. We also are looking for different various positions, remote, various parts of the country, plus remote. So it doesn't matter what time zone you're in or where you are. You know, we are looking for people. We also are a union, labor union shop. So everybody here gets an opportunity to be sponsored for the entertainment union, the various unions, not just one entertainment union,
right?
Multiple unions. They're kind of mostly all fall under an umbrella, sort of, right? RW, you're in now. How great is it? Big deal, right?
Oh yeah.
The unions are big in a lot of places. Some places not, but people wait online for a long time. You've seen that before, right, RW? Where like when they say the unions are putting out their apprentice applications.
Yep.
People wait in line around the block, 2 blocks to put applications in and interview, and then be luckily fortunate enough to be accepted into one of the unions as apprentice. So we sponsor you in the union, in one of many of the unions, whether what your position is, production, whatever it is, what it is going to be in the entertainment world, right?
Right.
And you're a member of the union as well. So
I am.
With that, I just wanted to put that out because we are growing and we have a major announcement to make a little bit later. But because of that, we are looking for all types of people in all kinds of areas. In RW, if you want to keep track of that in your head at the end, when you have your moment at the end, about when you go on Facebook and talk your thing, whatever, at the end, when I ask you, whatever, you know, you could put out more information with regard to that, you know, what we're going to do with that. But I wanted to mention that because we have some big stuff coming out. This show alone in 99.9 is 5 nights a week. Then we do other shows on another network. And then we have other obligations in the entertainment area. Miss Bianca does some singing as well, and she'll be getting back in the concert series hopefully soon. But so all that said, we have a lot going on and we have a lot of need for help. So RW, you'll have your pitch at the end on where they can email people and get in touch with the, you know, also the text message number, but also the email at the end as well, for if people are interested in working for not just the Hostile Zone, the production team, but our network in general, which we'll get further into discussion later. Right. So I will follow up from yesterday, and then we're going to go fun. All right. I chatted on for about 10 minutes here. So just a little follow up from yesterday. We were discussing some hard news stuff, and I'm just doing some follow up. I don't have anything new to add to the show on crazy world news today, but some follow up on what we did to discuss yesterday. So the White House is announced, which this is a big step for this administration. It really is. This White House is a big step. It's a big step. They released today stating that they are establishing or working on establishing, whatever the details are, the first ever Naval Task Force to directly combat and mitigate. There's the word from yesterday's show. Mitigate the Iranian proxy attacks in the Red Sea. This is based after other things have been occurring, but we know we talked yesterday about the missile attacks on civilian ships. So that being said, the U.S. is discussing having to put together a task force just to escort these commercial ships to their locations that they need to go, which is important because people need their supplies and stuff, and they need to get there. Well, yeah. So that's a big deal. Cinotti will follow up more on that with you. That's breaking fresh, keeping it fresh. Breaking. How fresh do we keep it here?
Super fresh.
Right? Hey, Dick, do we keep it fresh?
So fresh.
There we go. I don't even know if I like the way that came out. But okay. Over the top on that one. All right. So
cute.
Always remember FCC violations. Don't let's not go there. All right. So okay. So yeah. So this is a first time thing that they're going to be creating a naval task force for the Red Sea area to specifically escort these ships to and from. With that, moving forward, I mentioned yesterday also that the U.S. had engaged with a drone, and they lit it up. They lit it up. It no longer exists. But I want to put it out to you, my fellow fans, listeners, and followers, and looking right into the camera, hoping Tehran might hear this. So, CENTCOM, U.S. CENTCOM, Central Command, is the Naval Fleet Area Command that is in charge of that entire region.
Okay.
They handle all naval and marine aspects, but all aspects in that area, even whether it would be Army or air or whatever, anything that is in that command. But that is, CENTCOM. That's basically what is going on there. So it was a Navy ship, U.S. Navy ship, and it was the USS Carney. Shout out to the USS Carney, CARNEY. That's a United States Navy destroyer. Navy destroyer. I think it was destroyer. Okay. Destroyer, because there's a typo on there. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be botted because I didn't look at this beforehand. My notes, but a typo here. So I'm pretty sure it's a destroyer, Navy destroyer. Don't bot me like crazy. Maybe R-Dub look that up there. USS Carney, CARNEY. Anyway, what I wanted to put out was my information I got from my sources, and I'm hoping Tehran is listening right now. It was an Iranian built and owned drone. It was a model number capital KAS-04. KAS-04, an Iranian-made drone, operated out of potentially Yemen, but there's been some speculation. I actually mentioned some about Somalia yesterday. There may be additional Somalian connection in here somewhere. I don't really know. But this was the second incident in a short period of time, that drone incident. This is separate from the missiles directly. You know what I mean? This is drone was another incident.
Really?
Yes. But the drone was the second incident that the Navy had to shoot down a drone, because most recently that the Iranian Tehran had a drone that flew within 1,500 yards of the USS Eisenhower, which is a nuclear powered aircraft carrier. I believe it's a Nimitz class. Don't bot me, okay? Don't bot me and troll me. But it's the USS Eisenhower aircraft carrier, and that was the second incident that they had to shoot down something. So Tehran, if you're listening, don't poke the bear. The United States has made it very clear. Now the White House is establishing a task force. Again, these are people you don't want at your dinner table unless you invited them in a good way. And I assure you, Tehran, the things you're doing to make an invite are the things of invitations you don't want to show up at your house. Right?
Right.
So moving into last little section here, and then we're going to have fun, but I just want to give a little follow-up. We were discussing, and I mean, we're not really sure the name, Manuel how do you think it's pronounced?
I think it's Rocha.
Rocha?
Or in Spanish,
Rocha.
Rocha.
Rocha. So that he was the American diplomat, or we'll use that word loosely. Again, not convicted in the press, not convicted on Google. You're convicted in criminal court, whether it be via plea bargain or a conviction by a jury. So you're not going to hear Eric Cinotti or anybody here on my team convicting somebody in the media before it's done in court. But there is some additional information, since I did discuss this information with Manuel, the 73-year-old male that was arrested on Friday in Miami. And apparently he had been working with the Cubans with intelligence for a number of years. Now, understand, we're talking about let me get through my whole spiel, and then you can ask your question. Jot your little notebook down. So, yes, this is bigger than we thought yesterday. And some of the things I said yesterday were pretty accurate in the sources that I have. And as information's coming in, it's pretty interesting. But I wanted to bring this back to you. But this man 73 had been on the radar for a number of years. I mentioned that it was an FBI counterintelligence investigation, which is interesting because I brought up that is not 100% in the purview of what agency I would have thought would have been handling this. And I think you'll find out more as information comes out on that moving forward, why that particular agency was initially cited yesterday in the story, but there's more involved in that will come out. But I can tell you that Manuel served in the federal government for a number of years. We're not exactly sure if he's collecting a retirement package, a pension package on the taxpayer, on your money, in your face, my face, and everybody's face. He took tax dollars. Even if he's not getting a pension, he got medical benefits and tax dollars, travel money. He was in other countries, and so they pay for housing and travel. That's extremely hostile stuff, to be taking the tax dollar and working for another government. Now, we were talking about registering as an agent, but it is believed that he actually was like deeper in the Cuban government and their intelligence infrastructure.
Really?
Word of the day. Their intelligence infrastructure in Cuba, dating way back to when he first started in 1980-81. So that's a long time.
Wow, that's Scarface days.
Right, they knew that
in Miami.
Miami, right. Well, he wasn't in Miami then. So he had been since 81, and they knew that he had been like acting a little weird, obviously, for a long time. He actually here's an interesting fact. He actually masqueraded as a Republican, and actually was openly boasting about wearing Trump MAGA hats, Make America Great Again, boasting Trump stuff and everything, showing to be a Republican and very conservative.
Latinos for Trump or something?
No. What he was trying to do is he was trying to really make. I mean, Cuba is a communist. Basically, if you look back at the Cuban Missile Crisis, like I was talking about, right. That was Russia and communism. The red state, the Iron Curtain, the red, so yes. That is some very serious stuff. It's not just working in some small little agent of the government. You're talking about an actual like spy for the other side.
Whoa.
Like, yeah. So we don't know. But Cinotti will find out, and we'll find out and see if indeed he collects a pension or did collect a pension. But if he's convicted of some sort of felony related to espionage or something like that, treason or whatever, he would lose it anyway. But you could be penalties could be even worse. But he had disguised, they said, and masqueraded as a Republican.
Oh, really?
Because of the red, the communist is considered uber left, ultra left wing thinking. So like the Darwin, socialism kind of stuff, even more than that. Like communism.
Okay.
So it's fascinating because it would not have been a communist and been a Republican at the same time.
No,
so
it's kind of like
he masqueraded as a Republican, and and boasted to be a Trump guy. But he also worked. He worked several positions after getting out of the federal government. Again, we're not sure if it's a pension. They said his departure from federal service. So I don't really know what that means. I speculate I do know what it means, but I'll find out for you. Whether it be on the bottom of page 2 in the rest, you'll get it from Cinotti. I'll give it to you like that, just like that, making it rain with information.
There you go.
So he had several high-level and lucrative jobs post-government with nonprofits and other major firms. One of which was a very large, like marketing firms. He was a senior advisor for a international public relations firm. And here's
that's a big deal.
Yeah. And he also worked for a top prestigious U.S. law firm. So now I will give you that information when the time is right on who these agencies are, or the people that he worked for. But one was a prestigious top law firm, and others were as a senior advisor for an international public relations firm. And then even bigger than your mind could even go, he was considered to be the Latin American expert. We're ready? The National Security Council.
No diga. No, you're not telling me. Oh,
the National RW. Did you hear that? He was a Latin American expert for the National Security Council, NSC.
Wow.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah, that's so he had several degrees. He was a very educated individual. Degrees from Yale, Harvard, and Columbia before joining the U.S. Foreign Service at whatever capacity, diplomat, ambassador. I'm not really sure. They have something known as a working title, like we were talking about yesterday, working titles, and then positions that don't really exist, but they do exist, but they don't exist. So
okay.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. Foreign national officer, foreign service officer, I don't know, just kind of all sketchiness in every direction, especially when you're dealing with any of these agencies or all of these agencies. But that I found to be interesting. He had served in Dominican Republic, Honduras, Mexico, and Italy.
Oh.
Just to name a few. Honduras, Italy, New Mexico. Yeah. And he was the Latin American expert for the National Security Council. Again, the National Security Council, this man who has clearly, they said they knew, had made contact with Cuba in 1981, right around his entry into foreign service, the federal government as a foreign service person. And he rose to the level to be a Latin American expert with the National Security Council.
Wow.
Okay. That's all I'm going to say there. You figure that one out on your own. Poof. Your mind just blew up.
Yeah. I didn't know.
Yes. And I'm sure there'll be a lot more information. This is one of the most bolden of cases of this sort of thing. There was a case a long time ago. It was an FBI agent or FBI criminal investigator. Remember, agents are not our working title. An 1811 criminal investigator, GS general schedule. But anyway, it's one of those things. It's just like, I don't know, like it's just very odd how this stuff works, and the clearances of what the process is. So I don't know. I suspect there's more information because 1981, and here we are in 2023. He had been out of the federal government for a number of years and had made contact with an undercover. And this is how I'll leave the agency out of it. An undercover agent or undercover investigator or agent with the federal government had gotten, I guess they had known some information about him, but they had some very detailed conversations recently. And they knew that the things that he turned over to this investigator, who he thought undercover person, who they think is working for somebody else, but they were not. So
if those walls could talk.
Well, actually, his meetings never occurred in walls anywhere because everybody knows these meetings don't occur inside anywhere. You don't want to end up in prison, which he may do. So
you'd be like,
you had questions. So Dad, ask her what your couple questions you were about, and I said take your note down.
How long ago was this going on again?
Well, he
Yeah.
allegedly joined the U.S. government, the federal government, the Foreign Service, that's called, which is the State Department, the diplomatic service. Who knows? There's all these agencies attached to the United Nations. Who knows? But it basically since 1981.
81.
And a source told me that they knew back then that he had not told where he had traveled to. And that's one of the questions they'll ask on these forums is when you've traveled outside the United States, have you had contact with foreign agents or intelligence, et cetera, et cetera. So in order to have these positions, regardless, he needed to have a security clearance done on him. And he had to have an adjudication. It would be called an adjudication. And then he would be granted whatever level of security clearance. But based on these positions, I can tell you from my knowledge and experience and expertise with these agencies that he's been involved with, he had a pretty high level.
Really?
So that's why I asked myself, is this going to be more information later on? Because we know that agencies don't talk to each other. So I know that there's been other agencies talking with this individual. And it's not the one that we originally talked about yesterday. So not every agency talks to each other. You know that. I know that. We've seen this, even when you go back, and I hate to keep bringing up 9/11, but 9/11, nobody talked to each other. So they were like, well, we didn't know this because we weren't told that. We didn't see this. We are not privy, word of the day, privy to that intelligence or that information. There wasn't cross sharing like there is.
They have to predict the blood.
So but that was then, but now, who's talking to each other? I mean, in any job, when you have two different departments that are doing something similar, they don't want the other person to know in any business. So, and I'm not accusing any of these agencies.
Of communication, like when
there are databases.
There
are databases out there that are used for various different watch lists and different offenses you could have been charged with or been convicted of. There's a bunch that have maintained your DNA. You got your fingerprint. I can name all the names, and you would be like, no, you don't want to be blown away with all the codes and the names, what they stand for. But there are various databases, but it would be read in and be granted access to these databases require a certain level of clearance. It's called a need to know.
Need to know.
You have a need to know. And then depending on the level, it could be sensitive and it could be special program access. I mean, if you remember the whole Hillary Clinton email thing, they said she had a what was called as a TSSCI with a special program access. So TSSCI is a top secret, sensitive, compartmentalized information.
Wow.
You'll hear that term amongst insiders. TS, you have a TS, TSSCI. You have a secret SCI, whatever, blah, blah, blah. There's other levels. But then you heard with former Secretary Clinton, she had the TSSCI with special program access. So that's even a whole other outside the box of classifications. So let alone you could have three people in one room. You have separate computer terminals because you don't use internet. They don't use internet on classified on government computers. I'm not going to say, I'm sure you can find out what it's called, but Cinotti's not going to release that information on the radio.
No, you're not.
But it's a separate computer system, separate information system to basically basically you accomplish all of the same things you do on internet on your computer, but these computers have different labels on them, stickers and color coded and whatever locations where they could be. And that is how they log in and out. So you have a need to know, and then you have things that are special program access, meaning like you have a super need. So I don't want to go off on a whole thing there. So yeah, I suspect this is a good one. Cinotti will keep a tab on it for you, and I'll keep moving on that one for you. So Miss Bianca, you wanted to catch up from yesterday and tell some new stuff.
Yes. Well, let's see about yesterday. I was talking about Kelly Clarkson and her ex-husband about Brendan Blackstock.
Yes.
And
Terrible stuff. Terrible
and
stuff.
he was ordered to return 2.6 million after overcharging her as a manager. That
Right,
was
and we were
news.
discussing, was this on yesterday's show or was this
It was.
on the other on the live show?
It was on the live show.
Okay, so we were discussing there's a difference in the entertainment industry between an agent and a manager.
Yes.
Um,
Labor commissioners state that only an agent, not a manager, can lawfully secure roles for talent. However, there are a few exceptions.
There are exceptions, and an agent is agent has generally, from what I understand, is everybody is required to obtain a license to be that an agent in that individual state, and they may have to have. I know they have to have errors and omissions insurance and some other liability insurances. Managers too, though, but managers are not. I don't think there's an across the board licensing. And don't bot me, don't troll me. You can reach out the Hostile Zone at bbstalkradio.com. The Hostile Zone at bbstalkradio.com. Eric at ericandrewcinotti.com. Eric at ericandrewcinotti.com. If you want to bot me and correct me if I said it wrong. But anyway, where were we? We were talking about
we were talking about the agent.
Yes, and the agent and the manager, right? So the manager is supposed to manage you, more of a hands-on role, right? Right? You as a singer, conditioning.
I mean, if you wanted to get to the singer, you have to go before the manager.
Yeah, the publicist, the singer, the publicist, manager, agent,
and then the agent is supposed to be the person that booking. Yep, they have the Rolodex of.
But some managers can. So there are exceptions, and I don't know what they are.
It's a very fine line.
There's a very fine line. Yes. I could probably get more information.
You know what?
A
lot of people do get confused between a manager and an agent.
Right. I can tell you, being in the business myself, and as well. But I get a lot of calls from all kinds of people, and
I can imagine.
Yeah. And an agent that I was working with prior to this on some other stuff that I did. This agent was like, you need a manager because she said I was needy. Like I had
really?
I had questions.
How do you know if you don't ask?
That's it. The only stupid question is the question you don't ask, right? And I had questions, but realistic, she said my job is to get you work, and I get paid for that. You need a manager, and they will walk you around.
I can imagine her saying,
I guess agents have
time for this. I don't have time for you.
Agents have a bigger book of business, I understand, and they just do bookings, and they, that's an agent. Where managers, they have more refined list of people, maybe a handful of clients, or clients, right? That's what you call clients, right?
Yes, the clients.
A handful of clients that they work for, same as a publicist, So, an agent may have a whole bunch. But all right. So anyway, her manager took 2 points. Oh, are you almost 2.7?
Yeah, it was 2.6 million.
2.641. Yeah. So almost 4.2. So you're talking about, uber amount of money. We're talking crazy money.
Yeah, that accumulates with all the, the voice money and
right.
And the show.
And they talked about
her Kelly Clarkson show.
Right, the Kelly Clarkson show. And she's probably got contract money left from American Idol and endorsements. And
he didn't earn from that at all. That was like way before.
No, but here's my thing. We talked about this. I don't understand if he was acting as a manager, and they're talking about that you said they quoted only agents can do certain things. I'm wondering if there's anybody looking into that, or is that just an angle? And I said, whether on this show or another show.
Well, the music industry it's a music business.
It's a business, but is that an angle? Is that an angle?
So if you don't know,
pressure.
It is harsh.
You
got to know. That's why you get a manager. But it's so hard to find a manager that you can trust and not screw you over, because they're the ones that's supposed to know about negotiations and deals, if you're getting the right royalties or not. And
that, again, union
it's
stuff.
Not Kelly Clarkson's fault that she doesn't know. She's in charge of knowing the arts, and that's it.
Right.
The business part should be the job of the manager.
But and you're absolutely right. But I was leaning. What my part of it was that, and I understand where you're coming from. But I just like how they mentioned only agents, not managers. So I don't know if who ordered the money specifically and what kind of deal was struck behind closed doors. Was there some kind of deal? Because if he indeed, why would you say that line, only agents and not managers, unless if something nefarious, in other words,
something
that
happen,
may have
but
occurred,
I'm
and he
not
was
too
like
specific of
billing
what
for stuff.
exactly happened, but
Right. I mean, follow up on that. That could be yours.
Yeah.
Bianca Sea on the job. All right. What else we got?
And let's see. And then we were talking about the Barbie.
Yeah, I know you wanted to go on more about Barbie.
Yes. Hi, Barbie.
Yeah, Barbie. Right.
I love it. That's like from the movie. Since now the Barbie, since the movie came out, it's been a big deal, and I'm glad because Barbie is out, and young girls in this generation now are starting to go into Barbie again. So that's pretty cool. I'm happy about that because I thought they were going to take that away, and now it's bringing it back. And Barbie is known now for having Barbies with all shapes and sizes and colors.
Right.
So they're very open of the image and everything. So what they do is they follow up on presenting a new Barbie doll, modeling after a role model. That's basically what Barbie is about. And this year that they came out with
a Native with Ken too. I mean, that truthfully.
They do. No, Ken is more of an accessory.
Yeah. There we go. Where is Ken? R-Dub? Hey, ask Dick over there. What does he think? Is Ken an accessory or is he part of the Barbie line?
He is an accessory.
No, I was actually asking in a serious manner, but okay. R-Dub, did you have a Ken doll?
I'm sorry if I'm offending every guy.
Shout out to Mama.
But
shout out to Mama. Shout out to Mama. Did R-Dub have a call in tomorrow? Call in, Mom. Call in, Mama.
That was so harsh, but I said
don't.
I hope nobody gets offended.
We're gonna get Mama on the phone for tomorrow night's show. Everybody come back for tomorrow night's show. We're gonna have R-Dub's Mama on the phone. But did you have a Ken doll?
No.
Okay. Hey, I don't know. Did you have a G.I. Joe?
No.
You took his clothes off, didn't you?
No.
Actually, when I was younger, I didn't have a Ken. So I did have a G.I. Joe as my Ken.
Oh, come on.
Maybe that's why I like military guys.
Right.
Oh boy.
That has to do with something, right?
Yeah. So this and I'm glad that you mentioned the the whole thing with with body image, because truthfully I feel that I brought this up yesterday, that if people were upset about the look of the doll, I don't even think, honestly, I don't think that from what I saw on from the picture that you showed me of it, it didn't look like it was trying to portray her as an overweight person. It was a very bulky, I guess, native dress.
Well, it's supposed
and they were not over sexualizing her.
Right.
She was not in the Barbie bikini.
But her name was Wilma Kilman. Killerman.
Killerman or something like
that. Kilman, yes. And
the first female,
chief, right?
First female chief, right?
And
of the Cherokee, right? Cherokee.
Yes. And I think they were portraying more of her version as the 70s that I can see all the pictures that I've seen her. But they got the hair right, and of course they're gonna have the Barbie face. You're gonna always have to have the Barbie face. They can't really mimic so much of
I don't think the face did not look big, would not look big either. I just think it was I don't know. What say you?
I think it was classy, a turquoise dress with a couple of stripes and a long sleeve gown type of look. But obviously she wasn't. They made it a nice, classy way of having her a little wider. So actually they made her look regular.
Really a little wider?
They made her look regular.
I don't know if she looked wider. I mean, she looked pretty normal.
I think she looked like a regular woman.
It looked like a larger dress.
Yes, it was very very flowy and and poofy. And
yeah, and I thought it was poofy. Kind of, you know what it reminded me of a Victorian 1800s Victorian era woman's dress that has the big.
It kind of it had like a little bubbly
Yeah,
dress.
yeah.
You know, it was very cute.
I'm not making a comparison of the two. I'm just saying it reminded me of a bulkier dress.
Yeah,
you know?
and some people are like, you know how it is sensitive with the Native Americans, with the Cherokee people. They were saying about why don't you put like proper moccasins on her instead of black shoes, and then the wicker basket of putting more detail symbols on it. Right. But you know, I'm sure
there's a budget involved in
yeah,
in the production of these.
I think Barbie, I'm sure they had so many designs and what they settled with, because it's kind of hard like to duplicate so many details to an outfit, you know,
Right.
because they don't know if it's going to be a big hit for that Barbie or not. Right. You know what they do, if it becomes a big hit, maybe they might do a new resell and a new version of it.
Right,
you know?
right.
You never
a re-release or whatever.
A release, yes, a new release of the Barbie.
Yeah. Right.
But I think when I saw the picture, I thought I thought she was pretty.
Right, right. Again, what say you out there in KKTC True Country World 99.9? I don't know. What are your thoughts? Fill us in on that. I personally, I'm okay with it. If you found it to be insulting, let us know. I'm interested to hear about it. And if it's a valid, everything is a valid thing. If you respond to us, we'll obviously respect everybody and hear what it is you have to say. Mm-hmm. But if it's, and I rephrase valid. If it's a good conversational point, then we'll bring it up in the show. You know.
Yeah.
But what else did you have on entertainment side?
And recently, you know, a couple of days ago, on the 3rd, Sylvester Stallone went to Philly on Sunday.
Philadelphia.
Philly. Well, we call it Philly.
I know, but see, us minus R-Dub, and where's Richard Dick for short? Where's he from? Is he still there? Where's he from?
L.A.
All right, he told me L.A. Right.
L.A.
And R-Dub, you are from what state again?
Wisconsin.
The cheese state, right? I knew it already. I just didn't want to say it.
I love cheese.
So yeah, my point is that we're cheesy people, but the point is that you said Philly, we're Jersey people.
You know what?
So they don't know what.
You know what would be good with the Philly? A Philly cheesesteak.
Right? Oh, Philly cheesesteak, cheese meister, Mama. Send them home with some cheese.
Mama.
All right, so
cheesecake and cheese are not the same thing.
Oh,
go ahead.
Well, I just had to say, you know, cheese and Philly. How could you not say Philly cheese?
Right. Shout out to Will Smith again.
Yeah, and so far, there was Sylvester Stallone reenacted Rocky scene with a little kid during inaugurational holiday.
And actually, I saw that video. It's my favorite line. One of my favorite lines.
It's from
it's from Rocky Balboa.
Rocky's speech, Rocky Balboa.
His famous speech with his son.
Yes, he tells his son
outside his Italian cafe restaurant.
Yeah,
right?
He tells his son how hard life is and how you gotta keep punching.
You gotta take the hits to see, and it's not about how hard you can get hit, but how hard you can get hit and keep coming back.
Yes,
that is what's winning about.
And what's
That's
cute
what
about it,
said, right? That's what winning is.
Yeah.
Go out and get it. Whatever you think you're worth, go out and get it. Don't blame it on him, her, or her. Okay.
When you get hit hard and you get down, you gotta get back up.
And I know about getting hit hard, and I'm coming back right at you with syndication and more. So go on.
Yeah. I love that speech. If you get a chance, you should go on wherever social media and look
I
up
will
Rocky
post
Balboa.
It. Check it out
it'll
be up
amazing.
after the show you'll see it up on my Facebook.
Yeah, and his daughters, they know it, and they always
and actually you're a fan now too, R-Dub, right? What show?
Tulsa King.
There you go. What'd you call it the other day?
I almost called it Tuscany King again.
Oh my God, Tuscany King.
It's totally
So what do you
opposite.
think of that? Oh yeah, you had some questions that people were calling in and had related to Tulsa King or something. You said there was some Facebook stuff. Did you have anything else?
Oh yeah, I wanted to
and then
describe
he needs some
about
time to catch
the
us
whole
up with stuff.
situation with Rocky.
Yeah.
The inaugurational Rocky Day
Ooh,
got the
Rocky
coolest
Day.
reenactment
Is it
ever.
the first one? The first one?
Yes,
Wow.
it is. First ever holiday dedicated to him
Good
and
for
his
that.
on-screen character Rocky. Let's see,
He was the union guy.
Yeah.
He worked at the docks, Longshoreman in Philly. Good
and
thing.
this happened in front of the monument.
Really?
Of the Rocky Monument, and a young loud
He's known for
fan who
taking
knows the
pictures with
movie.
everybody.
That little kid knew the movie line forward and backwards. And in front of the monument, that's where this awesome interaction between Sly and a young fan went down.
Sly,
Yeah,
Sly.
Sly.
Sly, shout out to you, Sly. He's out in LA now, but he's a Philly guy. Good for you.
And that kid is so adorable. He even had, if you look it up, like he even had the black jacket with the tiger in the back.
You
and
should
he
find
was
that
like
video. Why don't you post
cute.
that? You have, since you have the show's email now, you can post.
Yeah.
Send it to me, whatever you want to add to the Facebook.
It's so cute because he right in front of Sly, front of Rocky, Sylvester Stallone, and he was really yelling and so into the speech, yelling it out to Sylvester Stallone, and Sylvester Stallone started saying the line with him. So it was such a cute reenactment, and you know what? Seeing that makes me like Sylvester Stallone even more. He's so awesome. And thank you. He wasn't a jerk about it or anything. He really was a true hero that day.
Right. I mean, he's a great. I mean, we talk about him on a lot of episodes.
Oh yeah.
Check out the show on any of the platforms, and you'll see I talk about Sly a lot. Is that good for you for now?
That's good. And then I can't wait to see the next season of Tulsa King.
I know we're waiting.
I'm waiting. Come on. I want to binge watch it.
You would have thought that Paramount Plus, since they're trying to pull people in for a membership to pay for Paramount Plus to watch Tulsa King, that they would have put season 1 on regular Paramount.
They want us to wait.
But I'm saying is
it's
a Paramount Plus show. So that means you need the subscription to see the show.
Oh yeah.
So what I'm saying is that Paramount is a regular station. Paramount is a regular station on cable.
Its own regular station, yeah.
And it's a regular, you can get the app or whatever.
Its own app on
right,
TV,
exactly.
Yes.
But it's a station on all the networks. They also do movies as well. But what I was saying is that you would think that they would run season 1 on Paramount regular, not the free, but the cable network one, and maybe might spit some out to some other platforms. So this way you can draw a new fan base in. All right, so he's giving us the time. So let's give you the last couple minutes.
Yeah.
You know what to do. Go over the email address and whatever and any phone numbers that need to go out, and information about the people that are coming in, and then Facebook messages you got, and the live information.
Yep. All right. So
the floor is yours, R-Dub.
Yeah, R-Dub.
Awesome. Love it. So we are looking to take some interviews for people who are interested in coming and helping out with the show. We got a lot of big things coming up.
Should I make that announcement sort of now? I'll do a soft announcement to help make it easier for what you're talking about.
It's a chance to join an awesome team.
Yeah, we have a fabulous team. We got a lot of benefits. I was mentioning before with the show, with the network, the station. I'm going to make the announcement, but we offer great benefits with the union. Check out Union Plus. Look it up. You get all those benefits plus additional ones that are negotiated. The announcement we're going to be making, because we don't have, the deal is set, but we have to put in some specific information still. So, but basically the groundwork of where R-Dub is going to lead into with this, and you're aware, Miss Bianca Sea, is that I, myself, Eric Cinotti, whatever, I will be now, I have been offered an opportunity to have a radio station that will be available on all the platforms, satellite, as well as an app that I can directly send you. You will be able to get in Apple Play, Google Play, Apple iTunes. Plus, you'll get on your satellite and plug and play in your car. And I'll still be right here on KKTC 99.9, and I'll still be with BBS Talk Radio. But we also have our full station, and that means that our team is looking for we need DJs, right? Now go down the list. What we need.
Yeah.
Oh, it's an iHeart, and we'll be on iHeart full time and TuneIn. So those are the two major online platform stations, right? What do they call, like everybody's on iHeart. Like my show comes through other stations on iHeart and TuneIn and etc. But now there'll be a brand new station to be named out of where it's coming out of. But I will be in charge of everything with that. Well, I don't want to be like braggadocious charge. I mean, we'll be handling everything. We'll be having music, talk, and everything. Go ahead, take it over, RW.
Yep. So basically, if you have any interest, we need beauticians.
We need schools, right?
Yes.
People that
schools.
need internship with makeup artists. We need people in the field, right, for production stuff.
Yes, absolutely. So if you're big into DJing, hair and makeup, we need people to help us keep along with like our social media. So if you have any interest at all,
any entertainment at all, right?
And any entertainment, you can email me on my personal email, RW.
I wouldn't
Freedom.
I would not do that.
Why not?
You want to give the Gmail account out to the world? Just have them send it to the showrun. But it'll come to you. Just tell them to make sure in the subject line what it is. It comes to you.
Okay.
You don't give out Gmails on the radio, man.
Oh.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, you never know. They might have fans with the.
Yeah. We got right. All right, so the email, I'll read it so he doesn't mess it up because he's new with it. He's new access to it. You can reach always at eric@ericandrewcinotti.com. But you could also, we own a bunch of other domains, but they're not set for emails yet, but they will be within the next couple of days.
Okay.
But the hostile zone at bbstalkradio.com. The hostile zone at bbstalkradio.com. You can email there and you will get to the production team and it'll be passed off to the right person. So if you have a resume or application or anything, you can send it there. Okay, RW, take it away from there. You also have Facebook questions, talking about Facebook Live and the questions that are waiting. Throw a few that people have been queued in there.
Well, so we do have a few questions.
And don't forget at the end, remind them about the Facebook Live every day after too.
Yes, okay. Absolutely. So we had some Facebook questions regarding the mafia topic. And there's people out there that don't believe that there's a mafia from New Jersey. And
you're trying to sandbag somebody over there playing games. Somebody playing?
No, I don't think so. But that might have to be a next episode topic because I know you're going to go very in depth.
Yeah, haze this out. So we don't have the blurring going on. All right,
oh my God.
But anyway, so yeah, the question is this actually fielded? Is a real question? All right.
Yes, it is a real question. People are wanting to know.
There is no such thing as the mafia. Okay. There's no such thing as these things, the mafia, Cosa Nostra, whatever you want to call it. What other names are the gangsters? What other names they got out there for it?
Like
Goodfellas.
What's that?
Goodfellas, like
that's a movie. Goodfellas, great movie.
He's a good fella.
I guess traditionally, and I'm air quoting people. I'm looking through the camera. Don't bother me if you're listening. I'm air quoting. Traditionally, there is to be known 5 crime families. We'll call them crime families, not of any descent or whatever. We're not going there. but there's traditionally what they say 5 families, and they're based out in New York. I'm not going to name names of the families. And then New Jersey was the quote unquote 6th family, crime family, so crime syndicate, whatever you want to call it. Listen, the mafia is exactly what it is. Take it for what you want to believe. Watch Tulsa King, watch The Sopranos, watch Goodfellas, watch The Irishman, great movie, Irishman,
right.
watch
You
Casino.
Save it for the next show.
Right, we'll talk about shows. We could have movie shows. We can have, mafia movies.
I love talking about
so,
movies.
Yeah, 6 families. New Jersey's the extra family, so they say. I don't know. There's no such thing as the mafia. In your face, whoever called that. Whoever called it in there, don't make me come looking for you. Then you'll find out, really. Find out who that is. Whoever asked that question, I'm looking right through the camera. Now, you don't want to find that out. Because if you wake up and it's this face you're looking at, I don't know. You may re-question why you asked that question. Try again.
All right. So we are coming to the end of the show. Every episode, whenever it is finished, we will be having a after show Facebook Live. So tune in, go on Facebook, look up the Hostile Zone, Eric Cinotti. You can also look up
Eric A. Cinotti, the Hostile Zone.
Eric A. Cinotti.
And we add Bianca Sea, SEA,
like the ocean.
in there. So okay, so we do that. Right, I finished. I didn't cut you off, buddy.
Yep. No. Okay. So after every show,
take the marbles out of your mouth.
I don't have any marbles in my mouth.
Are your marbles in his mouth? Okay. Go on.
Dick, spit them out.
Nope. Yeah. So, all right. So we're going to have some funny antics coming up too. Lots of fun things. If you got show segment ideas, reach out to me. We will be doing, like you said, I mean to cut you up hard up. I know we're going to come up on a hard end here with our show. They've been running a little late. I noticed sometimes on KKTC getting the show out. If you go on to any of our social media, Facebook or YouTube, if it's not available on your TV at home directly, you can check out any of our social media, Twitch or any of the things that we mentioned, or YouTube to watch the show, which will be streaming live on Facebook and all the social media and YouTube if you are indeed in your car or at home or wherever listening to us, and you're not invoking in the wonderful pleasure of looking at us. So we will be doing Facebook Lives after. So when the shows are aired on there, they're live. So when we come on after the show, give us a minute to get off of the live stream for the show that's coming to you. So then we can start the live stream conversation. All right, R-Dub, did I give it well?
Yes, you did.
All right, so you're going to take us out with honor, glory. Yeah, I want to play that quote, actually. Is that going to play on there? Wait, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. All right, so do I need to unplug before Miss Bianca gets on here? And Mondays are always rough, people. Mondays are rough on the news. I promise it gets better every day. Tuesdays a little lighter on the news. I'm going to keep following up on additional stuff. If you got something for us, reach out to the Hostile Zone. All right, I'm on micing.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the kids record the bombs bursting, yet proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner lay o'er the land of the free
Whoa. Miss Bianca, you need to sign this. Apparently, R-Dub is letting everybody into the studio.
Okay.
So we're signing autographs now on sight on scene. Thank you, staff and security. Security, report to the front.
There you go.
Anyway, we love you, KKTC, True Country, 99.9. 99.9, what is it?
True Country.
True America. Listen, thank you, honestly, for keeping us in your home, in your car every day. We love you. Miss Bianca Sea, take us out with the song that you wrote for this show. Let them hear it.
Use your voice, Cinotti hears you. Use your voice, let it be heard. Use your voice, Cinotti hears you. Use your voice. Use your voice, Cinotti heard you. Use your voice, let it be heard. Use your voice, Cinotti heard you. Use your voice.
That's right. Once again, Cinotti heard you.